Hey, welcome back to We Die Like Men. I'm Mike. I have a video I'm going to add on to this that was my everyday carry I do in my truck. Just things I always have with me. So I I wanted to preface this by saying that the day I filmed this, it was around like the low 90s, super humid. So I'm sweaty, my face is a little red. The video is you probably can tell it's hot and steamy out. Even we filmed it on my phone and sometimes it's a little cloudy in a couple of spots. It was that humid out. The truck is not, like showroom spotlessly clean because I use my vehicle every day. So, and it had just rained. So, in driving, so you see some dirt on the side of it, and it's used every day. I had a few minutes. I decided to just take the time and do it right then. I played around with the video. I threw some stuff in there that isn't always in there and didn't reference it, but just to kind of play around with people. So, hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments. I did misspeak on a couple of things. I called my ratchet straps toe straps. I said it was so hot. I was just trying to get through this video. It was miserable out there. So, all right, enjoy the video. Here it comes. Hi, welcome back to We Die Like Men, and I'm Mike. In one of my previous videos where I talked about my everyday carry and some stuff like that, I mentioned I would do one on my vehicle and just kind of go over my new vehicle and maybe it's something you guys are interested in and things like that. So let's get started. My wife's running the camera today. So new vehicle, 2026 Chevrolet Colorado Trail Boss. So far enjoying it. Only had it a little over a month. Works well. Did upgrade my tires to the Goodyear Wrangler Duratrax. That's something I recommend. Running boards because my wife's 4'11". Rain guards, gotta have these. Without them, can't leave your window down any. Tonneau cover, absolute necessity if you want to move this way. I went with a good hard tonneau cover. I bought all of this stuff on Amazon, and I'll get to some pricing at the end. It may be a little shaky. Did upgrade the lettering on the back because you couldn't see it on a black vehicle. What I carry every day, besides my insulated grocery bags, going to the grocery store, because in my state they charge you for grocery bags. You've seen it in some of my review videos. My med bag stays in here. Sometimes it's in the back seat. A lot of times I've been keeping it in here. I just went with a drop-in bed liner for right now. They want $625 to put a Line-X or Rhino lining in this, even though the tailgate doesn't need it, because it has the storage and this is already plastic. And I told them no, I wasn't spending that much money to have a 5-foot bed Rhino line. My extendable boat hook, because whatever I need is inevitably way the hell up there. That's probably the best 25 bucks I ever spent at Walmart. Other than that, the truck itself, I haven't changed anything. I don't plan on upgrading the performance or any more lift kit. It comes factory with a 2-inch lift kit in it, 32-inch tall tires. I'm keeping it the way it is. It's 310 horse, 430 foot-pounds of torque. It's got all the power I ever need. I've had full-size trucks, Chevys, Fords, Rams. This size is perfect for us now as our kids are getting older. One's already an adult and has his own full-size Chevy Silverado. So I don't need that anymore. The basic things that I keep with me, I'll start in the front seat. I almost always have a bottle of water. This happens to be Smart Water, not sponsored, but I stopped at a store and that's about all they had. I don't keep a lot up in the front seat. You have basic stuff in the center console, obviously. I keep like $4 in ones in there in case I need them for something. It's basic, it's simple. They don't give a lot of storage up here. I did, however, if you come around here to the front, we did add the People decal. Shout out to my wife's employer. One of their guys installed it because that's what they do. My GMRS radio antenna. This is very similar to the Midland. This is not the Midland brand. But so far so good, it's worked. The mount onto my hood. I picked up people the other day. They were on the repeater system, but they were about 100 miles away from me. I picked up people not on repeater over 30 miles away with that antenna here in the state of Maine, where pan around and you can kind of see what we're dealing with all the time. It's trees, it's buildings, it's all that stuff. So, and it gets out pretty well, it receives well. Been happy. All right. I have installed, you're gonna have to come in a little bit for this one, my Retevis RA86 GMRS radio. The truck's off right now, so I can't turn it on. You can hide the head unit of the radio anywhere you want because all your controls are on the microphone. There isn't a lot of great place under the dash without tearing everything apart, and I don't want to do that. This one comes with a cigarette lighter plug, and that's how it's plugged in right now. I am probably going to have a professional run my wiring through my firewall because there isn't a good place, and I do not want any moisture getting in there because there's a lot of computers in there. So where I mounted the actual base unit itself, I will take this now because it's probably going to be easier. In fact, I'm going to go around to the passenger side just because this is going to be a lot easier probably to show. Things I keep in here. You know, the wife keeps her little bag of, I don't know, medicines and stuff. Right here. I mounted it right down here. I did have to screw into the back of the center console. There isn't anything behind that down there to be a problem. And it mounts pretty good. It's got a good back seat in it. It's split, it folds up in two. There is some storage under it. It isn't great. I can't do it one-handed because it does lock. And it's comfortable back here. You know, I don't keep a lot. Kind of, you know, basics that you keep in your vehicle. You know, bug spray. What else would you have in the back seat, right? Just had my finger in front of the camera. Sorry about that. I don't usually record on my phone. You know, it does have cup holders down here. There are cup holders up here. You know, just your simple, basic, everyday stuff. I keep some paracord in here. Under the seat, I will lift this side here up because I do want you guys to see some of the things I carry. Another radio. Hold on. Sorry for the dropping you around. Under here, one of my brand new toe straps. My son has taken the others and I haven't seen them. One clevis. I got another one over there. All my toe straps, jumper cables, and then all the factory stuff. For my toe straps, if you buy these little Velcro straps, I think I got them at either Harbor Freight or Walmart. They're like a 5-pack for like $8. They are great for keeping this stuff right where you want it. And then you got to unlock. There's a little lock here for the seat. I do have to push down a little bit because of that box the radio came in. There's still a bunch of stuff in there. My running boards. These are Tiger, T-I-G-E-R. I think, no, T-Y-G-E-R, I believe is how it's spelled. This is my second set of their running boards. I've been very happy. They're almost like a rock slider type. They bolt to, it's kind of a frame rail for the cab. They come with the tabs that insert that have the threads already in them. And, I mean, they are rugged. It looks like a dent, you can see right there. There is an identical one on the other side, on the other one, in the same exact spot. I don't know if that's a manufacturing thing. I didn't see damage on the box when it showed up, but maybe it got dropped and dented them. I didn't notice it until after I had them installed and hadn't driven anywhere. And I looked at the other side, I'm like, well, yep, it's there too. The Goodyear Wrangler Duratrax, it came with Goodyear Wrangler Territories, I believe it was. I'm not a fan of the tires that were on it because I spend so much time in the kind of the backwoods on logging roads and all the snow and ice we get. This is my second set of these, and I've been happy. They did change the tread pattern. These are the new RTs. The tread pattern's almost identical as the old ones. The old ones, everything was opened up a little bit more. These are a 265, 65 R18. So just about a 32-inch tall, and I think it's like a 10.5 wide. It's something like that. I have to look it up again. The one thing the Trail Boss doesn't come with is the fog lights. Something I do plan on doing, or mounting the ditch lights up here maybe. I'm not sure. The factory fog lights aren't that expensive if you don't go through GM. If you go through the company that actually makes them, I'd have to, I think it's, I don't know who makes them, but American Truck sells a set. And they are just like the factories. They're like $90 for the set. You got to finish off some of the wiring yourself, and obviously that doesn't include a switch. But I really want to get them tied in with my factory lights. So the Trail Boss does not come with LED lights. They are halogen, but they're like $30 a bulb instead of like $400 for a complete light assembly when a bulb goes out, or a light goes out. Had LED on the last one, our Ford. They were fine, but friends I know that had similar headlights on their Fords, when they went out, they spent a fortune. But this really isn't a truck review, but this is what I carry on a daily basis. All right, not everything in the back seat is there on a daily basis, but it gives you an idea. Depends on what day it is and where I'm going. Around town, a lot of that stuff isn't there. I kind of threw it in just to kind of joke with people, but all in all, been a great truck. As far as gear carried, that's going to depend on what you're doing, where you are. What do you need? I suggest jumper cables. I suggest a first aid kit. You know, I suggest certain things that you're going to need, and then some things to make your life more comfortable. As I said, we got a little bag of medicine in there. Someone's got a stomach ache, there's some stuff for that. You got a headache, there's some stuff for that. You know, simple things. My wife gets car sick once in a while on long road trips. She's got some stuff for that. But for the most part, I don't carry a ton in my vehicle with me. It's just kind of the necessities. So, all right, that's about it for this one. I will talk to you guys later. Try to behave. If you can't behave, at least try to have fun doing whatever it is you're doing, and don't get arrested, because I'm not bailing you out. All right, bye. So welcome back. I said I'd mention pricing in that video, and I wanted to just go over it. So everything I purchased, tires, tonneau cover, I did end up putting in a rubber bed liner, just the mat on the bottom. Step rails, the rain guards, the GMRS radio and antenna and mount, the lettering on the tailgate, the decal on the front, floor mats, the storage system that's hanging off the rear seats, little storage thing that you notice it on the passenger side hanging off the center console, the decals, pretty much so everything I've done. All came through Amazon, but including having the tires mounted and balanced from a local shop. I kept the factory tires and I sold those for $400. So that was pretty good. But everything cost me a little under $2,000. And then, like I said, I sold the tires for $400. So probably $1,500 and so dollars, $1,550. I was into it after selling the tires. So not bad. So far, really happy with it. Got 2,400 miles on it. Done a lot of road trips this summer with it. So it's been good. Really enjoying it. As far as all the accessories go, everything's worked great. Really, really happy with it. That doesn't include like a lot of the other EDC things that are in there. My ratchet straps and toe strap and jumper cables, my med bag, that stuff I've had, and I move from vehicle to vehicle along the way. So those kind of things, you know, you just have it. I tend to buy my toe straps from either Tractor Supply or Harbor Freight when they go on sale. I try to buy ones that have like a 25 to 30,000 pound working strength. They're like $30, something like that. So they're not too bad. I have a bunch of them somewhere. My son kept grabbing them, so I don't know where they all went. But yeah, that's really about it. Everything worked out great so far. So I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.